Hello and welcome to Race 3 of the Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship, brought to you by MRC. Today we have the Fusion lobby. So on pole we have a VLX Chewy, alongside him we have GT Deli, then White Shark Jim, MG Jason in P4, then we have Potter McPot in 5, Fat Pickle Bro in 6th, and Robusta Hood in 7th. Eddie G bringing up in 8th, with White Shark Phil in 9th. 10th we have JRC Racing with Rick GTR in 11th and Street Boy in 12th. 13th, unlucky number 13, we have Ginger Crackhead, and 14th JCW Racing. Bringing up the rear we have Mutt 36. So let's get to the action. So waiting at the start line, and we're waiting for the revs to rise, watching the front row. So pole is on the outside for turn 1. Will that be a hindrance or not? We will find out. The revs rise on the Ferraris, and watching the green lights, and there we go. A little bit of a tidy getaway from Chewy there at the start. Does that offer GT Deli? He is in the front. He is up to first place going into turn 1. So Chewy losing his pole position. They won through qualifying, but looks like he gets a good exit though. He's now on the outside for the next turn, but looks like he's got such a good exit, he's actually managed to make up and get past GT Deli. Got MG Jason in 3rd, also looking a bit menacing. I wonder if the drivers who have picked yellow headlights are going to struggle in this race, because it is very dark around here at Mount Panorama. So as they go up the mountain, we have Chewy followed by GT Deli, and then MG Jason. Behind there we've got White Shark Jim in the Ferrari, everybody using the Ferrari for the first race as normal, and then Potter in 5th, looking to the outside but nothing much doing there. 6th we have Fat Pickle Bro, so very similar to the grid, and then 7th we have Adi G. Looking back further, we got 8th Robusta Hood. Looks like he's got a little bit of traffic going behind him as it come up over the mountain for the first time. White Shark Phil in 7th, is that? No, that's 9th, sorry. And Street Boy in 10th in the Michelin Ferrari 458. As we go down the hill, we see somebody a bit wide there in the background. Rick up to, well, holding 11th. And then 12th, it looks like CJW Racing. And then Ginger Crackhead still in his 13th, but it looks like there's a big gap behind. JRC down to 14th, clipping the wall on the exit there. Mutt a long way back as well. Let's check to a replay and see what happens. So on board here, up over the chase, and it looks like this is the view from Mutt, and it looks like people have issues and he throws himself off in sympathy. So let's go and check, see what happened. Coming up over the rise here, we're following Ginger Crackhead, and we can see CJW Racing making a mistake there and again going off in sympathy. This is from CJW Racing, and yeah, just turned in too early and clipped the inside wall there. Uses the escape road and doesn't seem to affect him too much, but it seems to affect the 2 guys behind. So back to the action. So first is Chewy going down the long straight. So we've got GT Deli and MG Jason slipstreaming down this long back straight, coming through the, I believe it's called the chase down here, this fast right hand corner. MG Jason's got his nose ahead and just about completes the move. Really good move there by MG Jason. Gets a move done. And it looks like there's a bit of chaos going on behind. Everybody's very close on this first lap. It looks like MG Jason's trying to hold off Deli, who actually ends up spinning and gets collected by Potter on the final corner there. That there is light damage in this, so that may cause some issues. So let's watch what happens. So this is on board with GT Deli, so concedes through here, tries to get the cut back, actually manages to get a decent cut back there. He's got half a car length alongside MG Jason. Going down into the final corner, it looks like it's squeezing him a little bit. Looks like he got on the grass there, gone into the rear, manages to catch it, but Potter McPot slams into the rear of the car. Now that's probably going to cause him a little bit of damage coming down this long first straight. So he's going defensive, trying to hold off White Shark Jim. Now he's going to be on the power. Now if it's caused him a bit of aero damage, we can see he's already losing a bit to GT Deli ahead. And that's going to allow Potter to be right in the slipstream of that 458. And it looks like Potter's going to the inside. Not much. So White Shark Jim's gone to the inside. Not much Potter can do, but he needs to hold off this charge from Fat Pickle Bro. And it looks like he holds it all the way around the outside and only loses one position, which I think is a good result to what could have happened there. So now Potter down to 5th, Fat Pickle Bro 6th, and then we've got Addy G in 7th. So as we go over the mountain, let's do a race recap and positions sponsored by Ali G in the house. This is a iconic movie from way back when. Respect. So in first we have Chewy, second we have MG Jason, followed by GT Deli in third. Fourth we have White Shark Jim, followed by Potter McPot, now down to 5th after that move. Fat Pickle Bro takes up 6th with Addy G. Oh, he did take 6th. He threw himself off and gave 6th to Addy G. So now Fat Pickle Bro down to 7th and being closely followed by White Shark Phil in 8th. 9th is Robust the Hood coming through the Devil's Elbow. And then 10th we have Rick GTR in the Casual sponsored at 458. 11th we have CJW Racing. And 12th, Street Boy in the Michelin car, followed closely by Ginger Crackhead, still in 13th. 14th, we have JRC Racing, and then 15th and last, we have Mutt 36. Back to the action. So as we saw there, Fat Pickle Bro making a slight mistake, and can we get the pass done? So we're going to go side by side down the long back straight. We're on the inside for the fast kink here, but then the outside for the chicane. Oh, squeeze Fat Pickle Bro, and Fat Pickle Bro's lost control on the grass, and he's actually come back across and collided with the car. So I think that was a bit of squeezing somebody on the inside there. Manages to get it going again. Let's see what it looked like from the other camera. So we're now on board with Fat Pickle Bro, and we can see White Shark Phil trying to get the move done. It looks like he tries to carry too much speed and actually, yeah, just bumps into Fat Pickle Bro, gets one wheel on the grass, braking performance is diminished, and he's going straight across and hitting Phil. It looks like Robust the Hood also getting caught up in that. Rolling back on track, but he's ghosted out, so it's all okay. Let's check from Robust the Hood, see what it looked like. Yeah, and it looked like he... Actually, that looks quite familiar. That looked almost like a Sebastian Vettel from this week's Grand Prix. If you think the same, post your comments down below. So, back to the action. This is just a little bit further down the road. This is the other White Shark driver, Jim, getting being slipstreamed here. Let's see if they can make it through without the chaos. It's going to the inside of White Shark Jim. Just lifts off there, takes a lot of curb. Wow, look at that for a move. It's going to go all the way around the outside. That's a good move. Gets a power down, but see there, Jim just keeps his nose in, so he can't pull across. Tries to. Jim's back down the inside. Final corner. And it looks like he gets a move done. So this is we're on board with Potter, and that now brings Addy G into the equation, who's only just behind these guys. Breaking down into the first corner, and off we go back into another lap. Meanwhile, a bit further around the lap, we can see here Potter's just dropping back off White Shark a little bit as we come up over the hill, and Addy G's just starting to close in on Potter, coming down through the bottom of the hill and down into the Devil's Elbow. So it looks like Potter just struggling at this point. Maybe he's gone for a harder tyre compound, or just not quite got the pace right now. Through the Devil's Elbow we go, and then back onto the back straight. Right, get the power down, lads. Is Addy G going to have a good slipstream? Looks like he's tucked under that rear wing. We'll go on board and see how this goes. Which way does Potter go? Potter goes to have the inside for the chicane, conceding the inside for the fast corner. We're on board with Addy G. You can see we're pulling alongside that slipstream, working well. Get through this safely, please, lads. And we do. Looks like Potter just has a bump in the rear there. So another issue at the chicane. And it looks like Addy G's off across the grass. But it looks like Potter's actually conceding the place back. He notices that it was his mistake and gave him the pace back. That is gentlemanly driving. I like that. So, meanwhile, up at the front, GT Deli, after being demoted back down to third by MG Jason, and Chewy just getting away at the front. Looks like he goes right round the outside of MG Jason. Quality move there, absolutely fantastic. Goes in and all the way around the outside of his fellow driver. Now we're going to have a rundown, sponsored by Darksmoka, so a YouTube channel that does a lot of GT Sport content and commentates on leagues here. Go and give him a subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. So, lap 5, we now have Chewy still in the lead, pulling out quite a nice lead, and GT Jelly now up to second. Third is MG Jason, looking to try and get back past, but I don't think he's going to manage it down there. White Shark Jim now up to fourth and trying to catch the top 3. Fifth, Adi G, after making that pass on Potter. Really good pass there. Well, really good drivemanship there with Potter in 6th. Robust the Hood up to 7th. Kind of in no man's land there, but making his way. Ginger Crackhead really well up to 8th with Street Boy 9th. JRC is in 10th. And at 11th, we got White Shark Phil, I believe it is. Yes, it is. So these guys quite close here as we're going up over the hill. 12th, we have Fat Pickle Bro after that incident earlier in the race. And 13th, we have Rick GTR. 14th, we have Mutt bringing up the rear, still plugging away. Good work. So joining that close battle back as we come back down the hill, Street Boy in 9th, JRC in 10th, and then there's a gaggle of cars. So we've basically got 8th to 11th, all in close proximity here. So down to the Devil's Elbow, JRC is going to try and get this job done on Street Boy down this long back straight. Doesn't look like Street Boy's going to have much of a slipstream, so he's going to have to fight this himself. We'll go on board. Street Boy goes to the inside for the kink, outside for the chicane. We're alongside. Looks like we've got our nose ahead, coming into the kink. Gave each other room. Yes, that's well done. Good move there. Gave each other room to manoeuvre and got the pass done. Really impressed. Street Boy tries to come back, gets a better exit, but we see JRC just puts his car just in the way, and there's nothing much he can do there. Street Boy down to 10th, JRC up to 9th. Can they do anything about Ginger Crackhead ahead, or is he going to be able to get away? So we fast forward on to the next lap. You can actually see Ginger Crackhead going wide in the Devil's Elbow, and that allows JRC to get down the inside, gets his nose alongside. But is he going to be alongside too early to really take effect of that slipstream? Let's find out. Down the back straight they go. Doesn't look like Street Boy's quite close enough to get in on the action. But Ginger Crackhead still in 8th. It looks like he's just using that side draft. He's on the outside, a little bit of a squirm. Hard on the brakes. Who's going to be brake latest? It looks like JRC got the move done, and Ginger Crackhead has to slot back in behind. Good move there. So 2 good moves in the same spot there by JRC. Good racing. Down into the final corner, looks like he's going to hold off Ginger Crackhead, and they're pulling away from the guys ahead. So back at the front we have Chewy still leading with GT Deli, and we've got the first pit stop. So we've got MG Jason from 3rd pitting, White Shark Jim not pitting. Adi G is also not pitting, with Potter also not pitting behind. So at the moment we've just got the 1 pitter. Robust the Hood coming through in 7th, with JRC and Ginger Crackhead just behind those guys. White Shark Phil not pitting. Looks like he was going for it, but then chose not to. Fat Pickle Bro defending from Rick, as Rick goes all the way around the outside into the final corner. That's a good move. Tricky move to get done at there. You need a willing participant, and Mutt does not pit. So MG Jason, the only person pitting on this lap. So let's see, after he comes out of the pits, he was down to 5th and trying to get past Adi G, but was actually behind him for the whole of the hill section there, so really lost the best of his tyres. So back to pit watch. White Shark Jim now pitting, while the front 2 do not pit. MG Jason of course had pitted the lap before, and no more pitters so far. Let's have a look where White Shark Jim comes out compared to MG Jason. It looks like MG Jason's done well on that outlap and had some good pace. He comes out, there is MG Jason just ahead. Remember, White Shark Jim was behind him. It looks like a similar sort of gap. He's dropped right back into Adi G's slipstream. So let's see what he can do. Also in the pits we've got White Shark Phil in the Castrol sponsored car, with Rick GTR also in the Castrol sponsored car. Fat Pickle Bro also pitting, so let's see where he comes out. So he comes out in 11th, coming out the first corner with Rick, with Mutt just behind him. Right, while that was all going on, up the front, White Shark Jim, after the fresh tyres, trying to take on Addy G. Looks like MG Jason's pulling away as White Shark Jim was stuck behind Addy G after the pit stop. So he's on fresh tyres. Addy G slots in behind. Remember, he has not pitted. Maybe thinking, you know what, I best just use the pace of the car in front to pull me along, pull me away from Potter. So, through that chicane there, who pits this time round? So, Chewy into the pits on this lap, so with no sponsorship. Get that sorted out, Chewy. Second, GT Deli does not pit. He is carrying on. Of course, MG Jason, we know he is already pitted, with the White Shark Jim just behind, who has pitted as well. We've got Addy G into the pits. Potter does not pit, and neither does Robust. So we've got quite a variation of strategy here. JRC is pitting. He's throwing the car in, with Ginger Crackhead up to 9th. Is also pitting. White Shark Phil coming round in 10th. And then we've got Rick and Mutt, who we know has pitted. So back at the front of the grid, GT Deli coming in first, and then we can see Chewy has lost his first place, but he should be able to catch up on fresh tyres. The rest of the guys coming through. Let's see where Addy G filters out. It's going to filter out, looks like, in 7th behind Robust Hood, who has not pitted. So that's going to be interesting. How long can he go? Can he go all the way to the end? JRC coming out of the pits, where we're going to filter out here. Filtering out in 8th, and it looks like in some nice clear air. So should be able to push on and still ahead of White Shark Phil, who comes out, who has Ginger Crackhead just pop out right in front of him. So, can he get a move done down to the fast right-hand corner at the end of this straight? Up over the rise they go. Looks like White Shark Phil's got his nose just ahead. Ginger Crackhead on fresh tyres. Well, both of them really on fresh tyres. Go side by side, but White Shark Phil gets a move done, and he's off now, going to chase after JRC. 12th is Rick in the other Castrol car, with Mutt in 13th. Right, back to the front pit stop watch. GT Deli does not pit. Now, is he going for a 0-stop race, or is he going to pit very soon? We'll have to find out, because that's quite interesting. Coming back further, Potter chooses this time to pit, so he is pitting. He is not going for the 0-stop race. Robust Hood is not pitting, so he has still not pitted. The other cars behind, I believe pretty much everybody here has pitted. Rick behind, taking his Castrol 458 rally crossing. Try and keep it on the track, please. And this rundown is going to be sponsored by Alan Lves Carpet Fitting. So here we can find him on Google. We'll put a link in the description and some pictures of his fantastic work. So if you're in the Banbury area, need some carpets, you know where to go. Nice corner there. Very nice corner. I like it there. So, in the lead we have on lap 10, GT Deli, followed by VLX Chewy. Remember, GT Deli has not pitted at this point. MG Jason up to 3rd, trying to chase those guys down and hold off White Shark Jim in 4th. In 5th we have Robust Hood, who also has not pitted. Will he pit, or will he go for a 0-stop? Followed by Addy G, who is on fresher tyres. And then in 6th, and then in 7th we have Potter, trying to make up and catch up to Addy G. 8th we have JRC Racing coming down the straight, a little bit on his own, followed by 9th White Shark Phil, trying to make up after the issues earlier in the race. 10th is Ginger Crackhead, up from his 13th starting spot, with Fat Pickle Bro looking right at the rear of that car in a slipstream. We'll follow this. Is this going to be a change of position in the sponsored rundown? Into the chicane, side by side. And it looks like Fat Pickle Bro gets the move done. Ginger Crackhead, though, keeps his nose in. Can he hold on to it, though? We're going to follow this battle for 10th and 11th down to the final corner, but it looks like Fat Pickle Bro's got the move done. 12th in his rally crossing 458 is Rick, and 13th at the rear is Mutt. So we are missing a few cars, so we're going to do a little replay and find out what happened to Street Boy. So this was early in the race, coming down to the chicane. Got JRC and Ginger Crackhead ahead. White Shark Phil goes down the inside. A little bit of contact. Street Boy's off, and it looks like that's actually damaged Street Boy's left rear toe arm and has caused some serious damage, and he's retired from the race. Next we find out how CJW retired from the race. So coming up over the hill, clips the inside wall there while firing Robust the Hood. He's got his hazards on. That is going to cause a lot of damage, front ended into the wall there. Luckily he's ghosted out, but yes, caused terminal damage and he has retired from the race. So, after our sponsored rundown, let's go back to the racing, and we have now the battle for 6th and 7th. We've got Robust the Hood. Remember, he still has not pitted, and we've got Potter McPot trying to look down the inside. He's got a bit of a slipstream there, got his nose alongside. He's going to have the fresher tyres. Remember, Potter has pitted, Robust the Hood has not pitted, and it looks like a nice clean pass there. Really good gentleman driving from Potter McPot this round. Not that he doesn't do it normally. Right, back at the front, we have this very interesting race between GT Delhi and Chewy. So GT Delhi has not pitted at all. It's still on his original set of tyres. Remember, Chewy has pitted and slowly closed down the gap, but can he get past? So Mount Panorama should be a track that we can affect passes. It's not like an impossible to pass track. So we're going to follow this battle. We are now onto the final lap. So can GT Delhi hold on to the zero stop race? Can VLX Chewy use that pace to get past? Was VLX Chewy trying hard enough in the first phase of his race? Maybe if he was trying a bit harder, he would have been a bit further ahead at this point. But we will find out very soon. So Chewy in the slipstream and Delhi all the way down the first long straight. Doesn't manage to close the gap. So I don't know whether he's just not trying hard there or just not got quite the pace off the corner there. It's going to be tricky to pass up over the mountain now. MG Jason doesn't look like he's going to be able to get into this fight, unfortunately. So up the hill we go. Good tight line from GT Delhi. Not defending too much, but just kind of putting the car in the place where it makes it tough to get past. It's going to be something special for Chewy to get past. So up to the top of the hill we go. Chewy looking left, looking right, but these fast sections, there's not really much space to get past unless you're already alongside. GT Delhi glances off the wall, but just doesn't give him enough chance for Chewy to get up, down the inside. Up to the top of the hill, and now we're going down through the fast chicanes and decreasing radius corners towards the Devil's Elbow. Now, what's GT Delhi going to do about the slipstream down this back straight? It's going to be very powerful into the Devil's Elbow. He needs a really good exit, but remember, he's done, what, 13, 14 laps on these tyres. Chewy is alongside already, but we're seeing this. Sometimes it's better to not get the slipstream straight away because the side slipstream is not as powerful. GT Delhi is given the outside for the fast kink, but the inside for the chicane. Let's see what happens. Down the back straight. Chewy is in the lead at this point. Keep it clean, lads. Keep it clean. Down into the braking zone. Chewy is alongside, gets the move done, and he's up to first. But he runs too wide. He glances off GT Delhi. Delhi is on the grass. Looks like Chewy gave him that spot back because it was his fault. He did go wide, and then we're down into the final corner. It looks like GT Delhi has done it. He has won with a zero stop race. He comes out the final corner. He's hit the wall. Oh my god, he has thrown away the race, and even the second. MG Jason up to second. He gets that. GT Delhi third. Fourth is White Shark Jim with Addy G and McPotter fighting for 5th and 6th. They're going to power to the line, but it looks like Addy G takes home 5th. Potter takes home 6th with a swing. Good result there. Robust the Hood, I believe a zero stop race. Good result again. Taking home 7th with 8th a JRC Racing. We've got 9th. We've got the other White Shark Phil in 9th. 10th we've got Fat Pickle Bro. 11th Ginger Crackhead, up 2 places from his grid slot, so good race there for Ginger Crackhead. 12th after some issues for Rick in the Castro sponsored car, and Mutt 36 taking home 13th. Let's do a quick replay of that final section because that was absolutely fantastic racing. So we'll go on board with this is with Chewy. We've got the lead, haven't quite got all the way alongside, so GT Delhi is still there. We've got a nose ahead. Brake as late as we dare. Looks like he just brakes a bit too late. Maybe releases a bit of brake pressure in the final section. Runs wide, clips the back of GT Delhi, but concedes the place there. Really good driving there for Chewy, but that just drops them back into the clutches of I think it's MG Jason behind. Looks like Chewy's trying to get a good exit, but there GT Delhi gets too much on the grass and throws it into the barrier. Oh my god, he's thrown away a win there. And down to third gutting. Well, I hope you enjoyed this race. This was race 3 from the Fusion. We will have race 4, which will be the reverse grid with their own cars at Laguna Seca. That'll be coming up on the channel soon. If you enjoyed it, give me a like. If you really disliked it, give it a dislike and give me some feedback how I could make it better. And if you really want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Until then, goodbye.